if it looks like I have like red eyeliner and stuff on my eyes, it's probably because I do. And a little eye glue and good times. Hey everyone, welcome back to Pavonine Studios Beauty and Art. If you're new here, my name is Amy. I was going to film this yesterday and then I went to go film it and all of my batteries were dead. Like dead. And so I didn't get to film yesterday. So this is not going to strictly be a first impressions type of video, but I have only worn this stuff once, and I'm going to do a full day wear test and a check-in and all that good stuff. Recently I picked up some cosmetics from Moira, and I found out about this brand because of a little Instagram IGTV. I'm not sure if it was that or if it was a reel, but Michaela, I will link her Instagram down below. She got some of this stuff and she really apparently liked it and stuff. So I picked up the foundation. I picked up 2 of the blushes. I picked up 2 of the lipsticks. I picked up 1 of the glosses, and I've already taken this one out of the box and I don't know what I did with the box, but I picked up 1 of the glosses. And then I picked up 4 of the eyeshadow palettes, and I picked up all the ones in the I'm not sure what they call this series. I'll remember. I'll try to remember to put the name of the bundle above. But I picked up all of these palettes. So we have the Glow and Gleam. We have the Never Ending Lights. We have the Soul of Fire, and we have the A Spell on You. So yesterday I wore the Glow and Gleam palette, which was really pretty, and I was really happy with the way my look turned out, and I was way bummed that I didn't get to film it. Let me show you what that one looks like. This is what she looks like. And it was really pretty. It was a really pretty look. So today I think I'm going to pick one of the other palettes, and I'm not sure which one. I've got a black top on today, so I could do like potentially a blue purple thing. That might be kind of cool. This one's got lots of blues and purples in it. This is the Never Ending Lights palette. Or I could use A Spell on You palette. I probably won't use this one because this one's quite a lots of oranges and things like that in it. I mean, they're all really pretty, although I have to admit that upon seeing them, I'm not sure if I would have picked them out, like if I saw them in a store, if these would have been the ones that I picked, or if I would have picked some of their other palettes. I think I'm going to do kind of a combination of Soul of Fire and Never Ending Lights. I also picked up, and I was going to save this for another video, but I picked up a few things from Profusion, and one of the things that I picked up 4 of these, but this is the Emerald Gems glitter palette. I might work a little bit of that into my look. I have already prepped my face with moisturizer and stuff, but yesterday I was at Costco and they had the Laura Mercier foundation primer, and I've never used this particular one, so I hope it's better than the one that I have that I hate. I hate it. I don't even remember. It's one of the ones it's in a pink tube. I don't know. I think it's the blurring one or something. I hate it. But this was only $6.99 or something like that. It was under $10. So I thought, I'm gonna try that. And I'm not a primer person. Y'all know that now. Before I go into that primer, I'm gonna put a little sunscreen on. And today I'm gonna use the Josie Maran SPF 47. I like this primer a lot, and it's very moisturizing, so that is one of the reasons that I favor this one over some others. So let's go ahead and put a little bit of this primer on. I think this is like the classic one. It's water-based. It says foundation primer is a lightweight water-based vitamin rich gel that creates the perfect canvas for makeup application. Okay, they all say that. It's the perfect base. We'll find out. And I'm just gonna, since I don't know anything about it, I'm just gonna put this shit all over. I kind of like that it's a gel. There's something about gel products like this that I quite like. It says that it can be applied over moisturizer or onto clean skin. So I have moisturizer on, sunscreen on, primer on, and we're going to let that sit while we do the eyeballs. I really want to try out the Natasha Denona eye primer, but I don't have that, so we are going to prime with I am going to prime, maybe if you're following along, I am going to prime with the Anastasia primer. It is quite early today when I'm filming this. It's I think it's about 9 right now, so that's pretty early for me to get in front of the camera. But that means that I will have a full day of wear test for these products. So that's a good thing because I want y'all to see that. Normally, clothing wise, I wear very little lavender because it's like one of the few colors that I feel like I can't wear, or that it doesn't look good. You can wear whatever you want, of course, but I feel like lavender, it has to be the right color or it makes me look like a corpse, and not in a good way. But this palette, this particular one, and did I say what I'm starting with? I'm starting with Never Ending Lights. And I am picking up one of the lavender shades in there to use as my transition. Before I go any further, I'm going to pull in this dark blue shade right here from the Soul of Fire palette, and we are going to work on that outer corner and try to get the most out of this color that we can, because sometimes these colors they're not as intense if you wait and do a bunch of stuff and then try to put them over whatever you've done. So that's a nice blue. It's working pretty well. We'll see what happens when I start blending this out around the edges. So I'm going to take the dark teal in the Never Ending Lights palette. And I think that like most of these colors are pressed pigments. We're just going to kind of join that up with that blue. I'm trying to decide if I want to do I want to do a halo eye? I'm not sure. Nah, let's just go ahead and bring this down to this inner corner. So I'm going to take a tiny bit of this sort of berry color. We'll start out slow here. And I'm going to use that out here. And I'm just trying to clean off my brush a little bit and just use the same brush. I'm going back into that dark blue. I'm going to grab a clean brush and I'm going to just start working that in little circular motions along the perimeter of these colors. See if I can get them to blend a little bit. That purple looks a little bit something about that is not looking right there. Let's bring that dark blue up a little bit. What I think that is a little bit of dryness on my eyelids, because I don't feel like this side looks like that. Okay, I don't want to beat a dead horse here, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this color right here, oops, sorry, this one, and I'm going to put that on my lids, and then I think I'll go over it with some of that glitter. That's the plan anyway. So I'm just going in with a flat brush. This particular shade is going on really nicely and picking up well with a brush. I am not happy with the way that looks on my brow bone right here. But like I say, I think that is more a product of my eyelids than it is this palette, these palettes. A little bit of fallout from that. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and put some eyeliner on, because I do want to put some of this glitter on, and I don't want to go over glitter with liner. I just don't. I am going to tightline with this Rimmel 24-hour Ultimate Waterproof Kohl pencil. Okay, I think I am going to use some of the glitter from the Emeralds palette, Emerald Gems, mostly because it's the thing I have that's maybe closest to what I need. I am, however, going to put on a little bit of glitter glue, because I want this to have the best possible chance of working. And yesterday, when I put one of these glitters on, I mixed it with a little bit of Duraline, and because I wanted a super light layer. And I am just gonna kind of tap this right in the center, because that's basically where I want it. So I don't want a lot of glitter glue here. This is the Too Faced one, I think. Yeah. I'm just using the same brush that I put that glue down with. These Profusion glitters are not the best. Like the glitter formula. I feel like these could be so much better if they were just a little bit finer. But then they're like $5 each, the little palettes, I mean. So, you know, I guess you get what you pay for, right? Okay, let's go ahead and move on to the face before I finish up my eyes and stuff. I'm going to take, let's just start with one pump because that's a pretty generous pump. I can't remember how much I used yesterday, so yesterday I felt like the shade was pretty good, pretty decent. Maybe the tiniest bit yellowy for me. I think I used 2 pumps yesterday. And just based on what I'm doing right now, I think I'll use 2 pumps today too. I am using the shade 150 Barely Beige. If you're interested, if you're close to my skin tone. Let me read real quick what this says. Moira Complete Wear Foundation is a long wear, waterproof, and weightless foundation, complete with a smooth matte finish. A full coverage perfector to minimize the appearance of pores, blur out blemishes, spots, fine lines, wrinkles, breakouts, and other imperfections. Powered with hydrating ingredients like allantoin, I have no idea if I'm saying that right, and sodium hyaluronic to prevent dryness and retain moisture. Collagen and vitamin E helps improve skin elasticity and protect against damaging free radicals, complete with the additional benefits of controlling excess oil and preventing dry patches or cakey look. That's a lot of claims. And to be honest, the matte part of it kind of that kind of scares me because I'm not really a matte foundation girl. I think this has a little bit of, let me check and see if this has fragrance. I'm going to link all this stuff down below, guys. So not to worry, you will be able to find this stuff. This is made in Korea. It is cruelty free, 12-month from opening expiration date. And I see no fragrance in the ingredient deck. So that's a good thing. Although it, of course, that could be like my brush that smells like it's got a little bit of something there from my soap or whatever. Okay, let's see what this looks like. So it's got a really pretty finish. So far I'm not feeling overly matte or anything like that. I'm gonna go ahead and bounce over this with a sponge just to make sure I don't have too much stuff on my face. Let's go ahead and do a little concealer. I will say that the pigments that I used yesterday, and I did kind of a pink red thing, and they definitely have a little bit of staining power, as it were, because I'm still seeing little sort of hints of the pinkness under my eye, like right up next to my lash line, and that's usually the case with pigments. I'm going to set that with my NARS crystal powder. No problems blending that concealer with and over the foundation, so that's a good thing. I think I'm going to powder a little bit because it does feel a little on the tacky side, and I am of course going to be going over this with bronzer and blush and stuff. I have those 2 blushes that I want to try. So we are going to lightly powder. Why do I say we when I mean me? I say we are going to powder, but really it's just me over here powdering. Let's do a little bronzing here. This is the Salted Hot Chocolate Cotton Contour. Now I'm using this as a bronzer because it's, it's warm enough for that. This is from Misha. I got this off of Yes style. How's everybody doing? I get a little involved here, a little self-involved, I guess, and forget to ask how everybody's doing. And so I have two of the blushes. I have Forever Bloom and Cheeky Romance. And Forever Bloom is that color. It's really pretty. Like one side is matte and one side has a little bit of shimmer to it. And then this one. That one's a little more peachy. I think I'll do the more pink one because I've got blue and purple and teal and stuff on my eyes. And I'm gonna mostly, let's just pick up the lighter side here and see how that does, since that's the matte and I've already got quite a lot of glitter and sparkle and stuff going on. That's pretty. I didn't know if that would show up on me because it's so light in the pan. That's very, very pretty. I think I'm going to leave it there. I think I won't put the more sparkly one on today. Let's just see how that goes. I'm going to pick up a little highlighter. This is the Dandelion Twinkle. I can't remember, I've had this for a long time, but I can't remember what it's like or if it does anything. That's pretty. It's very, that's very subtle. Because I finished my collab setting spray the other day, I am going to go in with a different setting spray today. And this is one that I don't think is available, but I think has a replacement, for lack of a better word. This is what I have is the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea Marine Boosting Mist. And I've had this forever. And I like it. I just, I forget I have it, and it's almost gone. So I'm gonna try to use it up, and then I think because I like this one, I think I will probably go ahead and pick up whatever the new one is called, new formulation. I think they have two or three setting sprays. So I'm gonna dry my face here a little bit. I'm gonna go ahead and finish the rest of my eyes and my brows and mascara and all that good stuff. I will come back and we will attack these lip products that I have from Moira Cosmetics. I'll be right back, guys. Okay, guys, let us move on to the lipstick. So I got two colors. I got Perfectly Nude, number 15, and Timeless, number 20. So this is Perfectly Nude. And let me go ahead and do a swatch. Now, I don't know, I probably won't wear this one, but I might wear Timeless. They're both a little bit more on the peachy, orangey, golden side. So that's the two colors. So the top one is Perfectly Nude, and then this one is Timeless. That right there is the color I put on my waterline, which is ColourPop Cream Gel Liner in the color Catsuit. I think I'm going to go with Timeless just because it's not quite as like golden, and I'm going to go over it with the gloss that I got, which is the shade Cheeky. And let me swatch that one for you too. This is a really pretty kind of this is like my favorite kind of lip color in general. So kind of a cool nude pink, kind of like a greige, what they used to call a greige. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to go it doesn't really say whether the Defiant lipsticks, which is what these are matte, or it just says creamy and bold and classic, and so I'm guessing To me, that feels not quite like a matte, but like a satin matte. That feels nice. I don't feel like that goes with my look, my eye look at all. I think that's better. Adding just that little bit of um, coolness, I feel like really helped to bring that more in line with the eye look. Let's just do a quick kind of recap of what I've done so far. So the foundation, I like it has really nice coverage. It's definitely more of a matte than I tend to go for. But going over it with the setting spray, I think really helped to sort of, you know, set down the powder that I used and everything. And it's possible that if I would have waited a little bit longer, the foundation might have set down like on its own. But I didn't want to take the chance of my powder, bronzer, and blush and everything not blending over it. So as far as the blush goes, super pretty. At least the shade that I used today, which was this lighter one here. And this is the Forever Bloom. So they don't have individual shade names. It's just the Forever Bloom blush duo. And the packaging on these is so cute. I mean, it's adorable. I kind of want all of them just for the packaging. But I thought, well, just get two, Amy, and don't go crazy until you know if you like them or not. I was having a little bit of trouble blending that purple, like, and blue into that kind of area and close to my brow bone. But like I said before, I think that's because of my eyes, my eyelids. Maybe they're a little bit dry or something. I'm gonna chalk it up to that for now, anyway. And we'll see how these all wear for the day. Um, the lips, I don't expect the lipstick and the lip gloss to wear for the next 8 to 10 hours or whatever. That's just not how lip products are. But they feel nice. The gloss feels really nice, and I might pick up more of those. And I might also pick up more of the blushes and maybe some of the different eye palettes. We'll see. We'll see how these. I'm going to give all these a few more times before I decide what, if anything, I'm going to purchase from Moira Cosmetics in the future. Right now, as it stands, I like these products, and um, I'm going to hold off on recommending them until I see how they perform over the course of the day. And I'm not going to go on too much longer. I got to get out of here and do a couple of errands, and that will be a good test because I will have to wear a mask, of course. I'm hoping to go get my nails done. Did I mention that? I think I mentioned that. And yeah, I will check back in later and probably go ahead and insert that right about here. Hey everyone, I am doing my check-in for my Moira Cosmetics try on, wear test, etc., etc. And I have a few thoughts about that. I don't know if it's just my skin right now, but the last 3, 4, 5 foundations that I've worn and done wear tests for have been so dry looking by the end of the day. This one is no exception. I was looking. I mean, it stays. It definitely stays. So this is definitely long wearing. I've had this on my face for more than 9 hours. I forget exactly when I put it on, but more than 9 hours. And I went out and got my nails done and had to wear a mask for an hour and a half, and it hasn't budged, right? And it hasn't really creased or anything like that. And I don't think you're going to be able to see it, but when I look in the mirror, like close up in the mirror, it just seems really dry. Not in a like flaky way or anything like that. It's not that. I don't know. It's matte. This is a matte foundation, and maybe that's part of what's going on here. I'm really not sure. And so it doesn't look bad. I'm not saying that it looks bad. And I would say that if you have combo skin or oilier skin, you would probably like this more than I do. I mean, just looking in the mirror, the monitor and stuff, I think it looks nice. I mean, there's no like shine. There's no creasing. It doesn't. It looks a little makeupy down here, and a little makeupy around my nose creases, which is pretty typical. Most foundations, that's where they end up not looking good, regardless of whether or not they look dry or oily or anything like that on the rest of my face. So it wears well, and it stays put, and I haven't detected any kind of creasing or anything like that in like my forehead expression lines or my my little line that goes across my nose there, that kind of thing. But it just feels like it looks dry, especially right in here. Now maybe that's partly the primer that I use, because I did use that Laura Mercier primer, and maybe that is not moisturizing enough. Maybe this would be a foundation that would benefit from a drop of oil mixed in. I don't know. I'm going to give that a try, see what happens. I really like the blushes. I've worn both of them now, and I think they're both really pretty. And I didn't go super ham with the blush today, but what I put on is still there, and so I really like those. I can totally recommend those. The eyeshadow, I'm not sure if it's because I use the glitter glue to apply that glitter, and I don't know if you can see it, but this eye especially. So hopefully you can see that. To me, that looks like creasing because of the glitter glue and that perfusion glitter that I put on over the glitter glue, as opposed to the eyeshadow from the Moira palettes. Um, and I don't know why one side would be better than the other or worse than the other, but this side is definitely more creasy and stuff. Again, because I have hooded eyes, um, you're not gonna you're probably not gonna see that just looking at me. Like if I went to the store and somebody, talked to me or whatever, they probably wouldn't notice that unless I pointed it out. But of course it's not ideal. That's not ideal no matter what. But yesterday when I wore the Glow and Glam palette, I didn't have that problem, and I did wear some Profusion glitter over it, but I mixed in Duraline with it instead of using the Too Faced glitter glue. Color wise and stuff, it seems like it's stayed. It hasn't gone anywhere. So those are definitely long wearing, and I'm relatively happy with those palettes. They're not a super expensive palette, but they're not cheap. They're not Profusion palette price. So I forget how much these were. I want to say they're in the neighborhood of $20. I will have all the information for all the products that I tried down below, of course. The lipsticks I put on just now before I got back on camera and stuff. I put on some more of the gloss. I really like the glosses, and I probably will pick up a few more of these depending on what colors they have. I'm not really, and I don't wear red and orange and bright purple, and I just don't wear those colors. I put them on and I just don't like the way they look on me. So if I put them on, I always end up taking them off. The colors that I did get, I do like, but the one that I put on this morning, which was Timeless, when I went to look at myself in the mirror, I felt like it was a little bit dark to go with this eye look. I mean, maybe it's more the color than the darkness of it, but I tend to like a dark eye and a lighter lip, and then the blush kind of varies depending. But that's one of the reasons why I tend to wear light lip colors or lighter lip colors, nudes and things like that, is because I like a lot of eye makeup going on, and on me I feel like a lot of eye plus a lot of lip is just too much. It's just too much for me. It doesn't make me feel good. So I mean, I see it on other people and I love it and I think it looks great, and so I try it and then I'm like, nope, that's still not for me. So I'm not going to go on and on, but I do like these products. I will probably pick up some more of these products. I'm going to keep trying the foundation and do an update video. Maybe I'll just have to do like an update video of all these foundations that I've tried recently, because like I say, they're all looking dry on me. And some of them, this one for example, looks dehydrated, but it's not flaky or powdery or anything like that. That, like one of the ones that I just tried, and I can't even remember what it was. By the end of the day, I felt like I had put flour on my face. That's how dry it felt. And because I can't remember if I recorded an outro earlier, I'll just go ahead and do another one just in case. Thank you so much for joining me today. I really appreciate your time here. Don't forget to like and subscribe, ring that bell so that you're notified whenever I upload a new video. And until next time, bye guys.